Love and welcome back to the Roman Empire. It is rather strange to be saying welcome back because technically speaking this is not a series. If you want to see how I got to this point, I will leave a link to the previous video in the description. I'll also hopefully put a card in the top right corner that you can click on right now. But yes, the aim today in this thing, as a kind of standalone, you do have to get to this point to do this, is to restore or mend the Great Schism. So basically, there are, in this particular run, Francia here kind of converted to Orthodoxy anyway. Not only because we got Rome, and I guess over time they were like, oh, whatever, screw Catholicism, but we did get a bunch of family members over there, so I think eventually they realized that the Orthodox faith was better. So in many ways, the Orthodox faith doesn't really have any power here. But we still need 5,000 piety to actually enact the decision, and hopefully, you know, that's a pretty good thing. So I just want to click the button. There's no achievement for it as of now, unfortunately. However, something else, I mean, you'll know what happens sort of in this episode depending on the title of the episode, but if I can, I will try to mend, or not mend, but to restore the Hellenic faith, because of course, you know, there are amazing costs, and you've seen this in the previous video hopefully, related to converting to the faith if you are a reformed faith and you're a landed ruler, etc. And it's a dead religion. But there is, as I expected before, a little thing here that will allow us to hopefully reduce the costs quite drastically. And I had seen it before, but not the actual that it's stacked and it was in the same tree, because, or it's not the same tree, but it's not that far down, so it's possible to get both pretty easily here. So apostate on the scholar tree will get you faith conversion cost minus 75%, and we can also have profit, which is faith creation and reformation cost minus 50%. So great stacks right there. I don't know, theologian gives us extra piety, and we'll definitely need piety, so that's just good. Yeah. I think Innocentus here is quite, he's a bit too old to be the one to do all of this, so hopefully we can get Alexios here later, or maybe someone after him to be a little bit better. I mean, my son here is not the best of characters, mostly because I think my wife cheated on me when she birthed him. So as we wait for the new ruler, we're just gonna restore some territory, maybe get some piety along the way. So we're gonna kill the papacy once and for all with the imperial province casus belli, and hopefully as much as we can. So the Catholic Pope is now my vassal, and I imagine I can get the popes to convert eventually. Oh no, he's the religious head of his faith, I see. Ah, there we go, I have died an old man. Alright. Energetic and collected. Alexios will surely improve the realm. Interesting. It says I lost the patronage of my holy order. I don't really know how to get that back. We won't really have much time with this guy here because he is already 40, but we're gonna go scholar anyway. And yeah, we need some piety. I mean, that 3 extra learning is really good, but we're gonna go theology focus here and hope things turn out well. Ah, amazing English here. You is almost certainly the illegitimate child of Senara Pedalwing and Count Corocelli, or whatever. So yeah, this is the reason I'm not an actual heir of the Macedon dynasty. But I just want her to die and everyone to die, so no one can know this awful secret that I'm not actually a legitimate heir to the throne. Oh no, someone in the realm has learned some of my secrets. I only have 1 secret, so uh-oh. Alright, one great way to win piety is to actually command the battles. which, you know, I guess I'm a good commander, so I'll keep doing that. Alright, so I've gone on a pilgrimage to Jerusalem, which was quite expensive. I've reconquered some territory down here as well, but we still only have 2,000 piety. We need, was it 5,000? Also, this is going very slow, because obviously this character was not made for, or he doesn't get any bonuses from inexperience, but my son and heir is actually quite a scholar, so hopefully that will help us out if we do a Hellenic thing. Speaking of which, we just got a apostate here, so faith conversion cost minus 75%. Before we do this, so let's just double check here. Faith conversion cost. So Hellenic, oh, let's pause. Hellenic converts faith 122,000. Now, if we do the apostate thing, boom, will that go down enough? That is the big question. Oh. Right. It only changes the base costs, not the total cost, so it's still insanely expensive. So I don't think that's really possible unless we convert out of Orthodoxy. But you know what? Let's just focus on mending the schism. So I've been sitting in a room inhaling different kinds of substances and seeing visions, and I've pursued this to the end, and now I'm a wise man. Alexis is known for his unconventional but practical approach to religion. My vassal is claiming the Roman Empire because he believes or says that he's descended from Belisarius, the general. Ugh, never. Oh, I unlocked something along the way that I totally did not notice. Prolific have 100 living dynasty members. Fantastic. Alright, I know that this is not really what we should be doing, but I still want to see if Prophet will help us out in any conversion here. So let's go to Hellenism. There we go. And convert 111,000. Okay. Yeah, that's not happening. On the other hand, we are only about 2,000 or piety away from mending the schism. Oh, look at that! My nephew, who is of my dynasty, is now the Emperor of Francia. We just married ourselves in so much that eventually one of our dynasty actually got the title. Oh, only 1,000 or less than 1,000 piety away. We went on another pilgrimage. I mean, yes, and we're kind of old. This is very, very scary here. We're so close. Ha! The claimant to the Roman Empire, the one who fabricated it, claiming that it was the heir to Belisarius, is now dead. Not by my doing, actually. Oh, if I construct... I mean, it'll take 5 years and I might die. But if I construct 8 temples, then I might be able to get enough piety. So apparently it's not me who gets the piety if I construct it outside of my own immediate domains. It's the actual holder. Oh no! I just died. So, oh, I died of old age, which is kind of nice. He was believed by many to be nothing more than a warlock, concocting unholy spells in the secret. Wait, the information doesn't go on? Anyway, so now we actually have someone with very good learning, and hopefully that will be interesting. Also, I think we just died in the middle of a feast, which is kind of sad. We are, of course, going to choose theology focus. Looks like the character has already been exploring a lot of things here, which is great. Yeah. Now, how do we gain incredible amounts of piety very quickly? Now, unfortunately, I have 2 sons, and when we formed the Roman Empire, for some reason we went back in terms of the laws for inheritance, And we can't really change that until we have heraldry. So we'll see. I mean, it's really unfortunate because then one son might get the Empire of Italia, and I don't want that to leave the Empire, obviously, because that's Rome. That's the Empire itself. I'll just promise my son to someone who's infertile. I think that would be the easiest way here. Oh, excellent. Because we're so well versed, we get some extra piety from some events here in the pilgrimage. Apparently I'm a murderer. I wonder who I murdered, though. I could also disinherit Callistos here. We would lose 70 or 155 renown. Or 150. Okay, that's not too bad, actually. Let's do it. So I'm at war with the Caliph, and he's sending me some weird rug. You know, I think I'm gonna get rid of it. I'm so close now to 5,000 piety. I am 64 though, so again, we're it's getting there. In CK2 there was a thing you could click to like give gold to the Holy Orders or whatever, and then you could get piety in return. But this is not possible, it seems, here, and that's why we're so far behind, even though we've focused so hard on piety. If I survive a couple more years, I can actually go on a pilgrimage, and that might give me just enough to do it. I wish I could get piety by whenever I demand conversion. That should give me piety, I feel, but alas, that's not the case either. It's in February. In February we can go on a pilgrimage and finally get the piety needed. Here we are, let's go, prepare for the journey. We are, of course, going to go to Jerusalem, because that gives us more piety. Let's go. Oh, we encounter my cousin, also, on a pilgrimage, on a spacious meeting, but I must pray in solitude. Of course, we could become friends, but I need the piety, please. Standing outside the temple mound with my hand on the western wall, I find myself reflecting on everything that happened on my journey to the city of legend. Excellent, so now, yeah, I'll just get that out of the way, and we can finally mend the Great Schism. Let's read this. The schism saw the Christian church divided into two branches, but if all 5 of the episcopal sees of the Pentarchy could be restored under one rule of a single empire under the enlightened leadership of a saintly ruler, there may be a chance to finally reunite Christendom. So, the Orthodox Church will be the only legitimate branch of Christianity, and I assume that all the other branches here will then just become heresies. One God, one church. Let's go. At last, the great schism between the Western Catholic Church and the Eastern Orthodox Church has been mended. No longer will the arrogant bishops in Rome claim undue primacy over their peers, ignoring or outright disobeying canonical edicts. With the reunification of the Pentarchy under Orthodox imperial rule, the Catholic faith now holds little sway over the people of Europe. It is only a matter of time before the few who still cling to outdated and heretical rites are brought into the fold of a true ecumenical church. The universal church has been restored. I gain 2 levels of devotion, and I become known as the ecumenist. That is quite epic. So I am Basileus Helias, the ecumenist, and of course most of the Catholic world had already embraced Orthodoxy, so it's kind of interesting how this wasn't like that. You still had to go all the way to 5,000 piety, which is actually quite hard to do, to actually go through with the event. I mean, what have we had? 2 emperors that I've, well, not 2 entirely there, but yeah, quite a few in order to actually do this. And I was lucky that my son, who I'm playing as now, was actually focusing on learning. Otherwise, this would have been taken a lot more time. as well as I was very lucky that the Emperor actually survived here. Now, the funny thing is that the Pope is still around. He's my vassal. But he would never accept... If I demand conversion, it wouldn't work out. Also, I just received Saint as an achievement. I guess you get that once you reach that level of devotion. And of course, by mending the schism, you know, not only do you have to be super pious, but I guess the world will see you as a saint. Look at that thick Orthodox church right there. Let's just get the map up. Oh, beautiful, 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 beautiful. Let's actually get this out of the way just so we can look at this map a little bit more. Ow. There we go. Now, I suppose I might also consecrate my bloodline since we're at it. By showing sufficient devotion and gathering the favor of the clergy, I can ensure that my dynasty is forever enshrined as a holy bloodline under divine protection. Perform the final rites. Let's see what happens here. My unwavering devotion to God assures God's representatives on Earth has not gone unnoticed. Ecumenical Patriarch Niphon has officially recognized my family's contributions and consecrated our name as eternal defenders of the Orthodox faith. Isn't that beautiful? So, what do we get? We get trait Paragon. And then we gain Renown. And I assume this will... Paragon is something that can be inherited. Let's double check here. Where is Paragon? There you are. No. It wouldn't be inherited. Interesting. But others get consecrated blood. Okay. Fantastic. Alright, I think that will be it for this video. I was about to say episode. It's not really an episode, but, you know, if you do watch it one after the other, I guess this is some sort of part 2. And, yeah, I don't really know where to take it from here. I don't know what to do. There are so many challenges and fun things that we could do in Crusader Kings 3 that I kind of want to attempt. Unfortunately, there wasn't an achievement for... Mending the Schism, or even consecrating your bloodline, but we did get the Saintly achievement, which is nice, and also the Dynastic one along the way in terms of living members. So, yeah, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to leave a like. It really, really helps out, and subscribe if you haven't already. This has been GameGabster. See you in the next one. Farewell.